Hey, me ducks. Simon here. How we doing? Lovely to see so many people here in the chat. It's gonna light my incense, and then we can begin. For all the elements around me now, mind you, what I'm really enjoying. I say you might not know, you might not have watched it, but the Heartspun Tarot came with these little. That's the wand. And then the sword, the cup, little cup. I did fill it with water, and I did a walkthrough, and I knocked it over. And a pentacle. I've changed this pentacle. This is a pentacle I used to wear around my neck that went a little bit discoloured, but it's larger than the one that was there. So they kind of look really nice laid out now. And that's also having the elements as well as the suits represented. So anyway, how is everybody? Let's do our usual meet and greet and give everybody a welcome. So, wow, 3:30, Joanne was in. Hi, Joanne, and how you doing? And then Jamie. Oh, you're not in class today, so you get to spend some time with us. That's lovely. And then Chris, Sandra, Patrice, Richard, Chantal, and who else have we got? Kimberly, Spirit Healing, nice to see you. Angelic Michelle, and Jackie, hello Jackie. Kim, nice to see you, Kim. Adam, hi Adam. But White, hello, I've not seen you for a while. How are you? How are you doing, Karen? And Robin, hello Robin. We also have Woman Who Sees, and Nancy, Tammy Pie, whoop. How are you? And Ness, Elizabeth, Spirit Healing, David, Kristen Louise, hello Kristen. Oh, the green stripy top today, Simon. That's not green. Yeah. There's no green. Oh, there is green. There is green, but it doesn't show green. Yeah, it's blue, white, green, black. Blue, white, green, black. But the green doesn't show, does it? Oh, it does a little bit. Does a little bit. Just not from a distance. Jeff, hello. Good to see you. How are you doing? Those are really cute. Grey Haze. Jen, hello. Raven Song, hello. And Lulu, Matt, Maria, Dan, I'm here. How are you doing, Dan? Tarot Trainee, Maria, and Ishi. Hello, Ishi. Ellie's here. Nice to see you, Ellie. Amazing ASMR. Nice to see you. And we also have Caught Up. I'm at the bottom. And Karen says, I'm very well, Simon. Thank you. Worked last week in my friend's flower shop for Valentine's. That's great that you can have shops open. We can't have flower shops or anything open here. Only in supermarkets. You can get some flowers from the supermarkets. But yeah, we all got a cuppa. What we got. Oh, people saying hello. Yeah, I've just got a normal decaf coffee with almond milk today, my usual. I did go out early and I did have a coconut mocha, which used to be kind of like a rare treat, and it's suddenly becoming a bit of a daily occurrence since Chris told me that it was slim and world friendly. No flower shops yet. No shops. None of our shops are open. They haven't been since the beginning of the year. The only shops that are open are essential shops, so food and chemist type shops. You know, what you'd call pharmaceutical shops. She's closed to the public, only taking orders by phone or computer. People still need flowers for funerals. Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually. Kristen says, I had a mocha yesterday the size of my head. Yeah, sugar-free energy drink for Chantal. Hello, Emily. Nice to see you. Vitamin B boost berry for Ishi. Cup of tea, Builder's Brew for Chris, not Iron Brew. Builder's Brew. And even Ishi's like, what? It comes as a bit of a shock, I suppose. Shane, how are you doing, son? Good to see you. Cup of coffee, just finished brewing. Of course, you guys brew your coffee a lot more than we do. I need to crush some beans. I've got some lovely beans from Anton, who, you know, the t-shirt I was wearing yesterday. In that package, there's a couple of bags of beans, and I've got a coffee bean grinder. I do need to grind some and get some on. Trouble is, I waste a lot of it with it just being me here, because once I've made a pot, I've got one of those little stovetop ones though that's can do single measures. Oh, that sounds really tragic, doesn't it? Single measures. Oh, that sounds nice. Sandra's got a soya caramel latte. Wow. Pancakes with banana and a latte. Wow, we're adding food into the mix as well. Oh, Dan. Coffee tastes nicer with Coffee Mate. You have to be a certain age to remember that. But I do like, is it the blue top Coffee Mate or the red top Coffee Mate? How sensible are you being? And did you drink all that coffee, Jeff? Or what coffee? Jeff says he's working on it. Green and black, 70% hot chocolate. I love hearing about people's drinks. I mean, the first part of our chat on a Saturday is Cuppa. And I really do like to, you know, get that sense of we're pulling up a chair at a kind of proverbial coffee table or kitchen table and having a brew together and laying our cards down on the table and having a good old chinwag over a coffee or whatever our drink is. Red Bull vodka here. Steady, Elizabeth. Had no wine left. She's on the Red Bull and vodka. Love it. Hey everyone, just managing to pop in for a little bit. I hope everyone is well. Nice to see you, Jax. I'm well. I hope you are too. Tanji, hello. How are you doing, Tanji? Just woke up. And anybody else have? Oh yeah, Jeff, that's a thing for you, isn't it? Butter in your coffee. You got me to try it once because we just don't drink it like that over here. And when you mentioned it on a glide to me, I was like, I'm going to try it. And he said, was it the unsalted? I think he said the unsalted, and it's got to be pure butter, you know, not no margarine. That was a double negative, wasn't it? Not no margarine. And I tried it and it was actually quite nice. Kind of floated a bit to the top and had that kind of shiny substance, but red top, damn. If you're going to go for it, I mean, you may as well go for it. Been going down the password rabbit hole for the past hour over multiple devices. What a nightmare. I don't know how others manage it. I don't have one password for everything. I know I shouldn't, but I do, because if I had multiple passwords, I'd be locked out of everything permanently. It'd be so nice if we could do that for real. We will soon. We will be able to do it soon, Sandra. sitting around, especially like when we get to Glastonbury, we've got that shared kitchen, beautiful big table in there that we can sit around and have a coffee in the morning. But remember, I get up at 4 a.m. when I'm on holiday. I like to be out walking for like 5 as day breaks. Puppy's driving Shane nuts. Gorgeous pup though. It is, Karen, so hard to say hello to people individually. And I think, as a community, nobody takes it personally if they're not individually responded to. Sometimes I was in Becca's last night, and the chat in Becca's last night was moving faster than usual, and I just had to kind of put hello to everybody I may have missed, because time you're typing out some names, the chat has moved on and you've missed if people have said hello to you individually. Password manager. Jen knows all the stuff to keep organised. I've never heard of password manager. Folgers and a bowl of oatmeal here for Brian. I'm not sure what Folgers is. Jamie says, well, you've pulled up a blanket with me because it's coffee and CCC in bed. Hey. It's like in bed with Madonna. You guys didn't call it that. In the States, it was called Truth or Dare, the film from 1990. But over here, the UK release was In Bed With Me Dinner. In Bed With Me Dinner. In Bed with Madonna. I'm thinking about food. I hate when passwords get lost. Butter, says Jackie. That was my reaction, Jackie. But you have to try it. Oh no, it's salted. You have to have. I know you're specific on whether salted or not. I think I had Lurpak. I picked up some Lurpak. I've put quite a bit in, and I was like, ooh. But it's nice to say you've tried it. I don't know if I could drink it on a regular basis, especially when you're trying to kind of be healthy. So does it taste oily? No, it's got an unusual taste. It's hard to. You don't have milk, obviously, so it's kind of like a milk replacement. It doesn't colour the drink like milk would, but it's just got a kind of a very creamy taste. Essian says, butter in coffee, my arteries hurt. Whipping cream, half a scoop of cocoa mix in my coffee, as always. Coffee with fluff. Yeah, well, that's what mocha is at the end of the day, isn't it? I use the password manager app. I'm going to have a look at that. Be so lovely, Simon. Be so lovely. I will try. Feel like I live on the wrong continent. No tarot meetups. Where are you, Angelic? Which continent? Are you in Europe? I have a handy dandy notebook for my passwords. I don't write them down because I misplace things all the time. So it would be a bit dangerous of me doing that. Folgers is coffee in the US. Oh, okay. Let's see if there's any comments for me. This is how I tend to fall behind a bit. So is this supposed to be the day, Chris? Yeah, I don't know if I think you mentioned it on your channel anyway, didn't you, Chris? So I don't think it's a secret or anything. I mean, when we get to the meetup, Simon. Yeah, so, and Chris has put there. So Chris, it would have been Chris's wedding day today, folks. But because of the pandemic situation, it's put back to next year. So we're all thinking of you, Chris, and I hope you're having a lovely time off. You've got a week off and you've got some nice little things planned that you can do kind of in lockdown. So you would have been a married man by now if it wasn't for stinky Corona. Yeah. I'd love to see the Happy Tarot today. Do you have the deck, Simon? I do. I have the original deck, but I'd have to dig it out. I've got the original. I haven't got the new version. It is on my list because it's borderless now, I think. And the old version, I think it's down there somewhere. But I'd be rummaging around in my cupboards. If I can find it in like 30 seconds, we'll have a look at it. But if I can't, oh, I'm down on my knees. Oh, I can see it straight away. You're in luck. Oh. Da, da, da. Oh, oh, oh. There you go. The Happy Tarot. I have the new version and I love it. Simon, the Heartspun is delightful. Oh, did you get it, Jamie? Oh, yes, you did. You said the other day you'd had a few decks arrived and one of them was Heartspun. I'm loving the Heartspun. It's so cute. I wouldn't have thought the Happy Tarot, mind you, I shouldn't judge or assume, but I wouldn't have thought the Happy Tarot would have been your bag, really. But I'll show you a few cards from it. Ha ha ha, on your knees. Your lucky Elle isn't here, right? I think she's still sleeping. I'm so impressed you can go straight to it. Loud applause. I kind of know where every deck is, but the further down the shelves go, the more deep they go back. So I kind of knew which cubby hole it was in, but I didn't want to be taking out loads of decks to get to it. Wow, there's a coincidence. Chantal says, the Hermit's Cave, I got the Happy Tarot today. Yeah, because this is one of those decks that I was contemplating trimming, but I didn't. It's not going to be in order because obviously it's a used deck. It's Low Scarabeo. These are the backs. Cardstock is, great. It's Low Scarabeo cardstock. I received the word that Elle has awoken. Careful what you say. Or she's probably loitering in here. But just before I'll show a few cards, then I'll do channel shout outs. Got a couple of channel shout outs. So this is the first edition. And on the first edition, when Lo Scarabeo moved from doing the multiple languages in all the corners and they went to symbols, here we have the 10 of Cups. So you've got Cup at the top and the number 10 at the bottom. Show some majors. Here's Judgment. So for that one, you just get the XX for 20. The Chariot. I mean, it's a cute deck, and people have said that it's quite good for inner child work and that sort of thing. And I have thought about getting the borderless version. There's the Death card. So, it's a deck that can pack a punch, but kind of sugarcoat at the same time. It delivers the message wrapped in cotton wool. What's that? Elle, you best get in here. You tell her. Big brother needs to give her a call. Say, what are you playing at? That's a great Four of Swords. So what do we think? Is everybody familiar with this? Look at this devil. I mean, cuteness overload. I totally dig it. Oh, you do dig it, Jeff. Hi, Roz. The Tower. I love the moon. Strength is lovely. There's the Five of Pentacles. You're welcome, Jeff. It's fine. In fact, like I say, if I can find them, And you know, the thing about Cuppa catch-up cards is to look at cards as well. And as I've always said, if anybody wants me to show a deck, I can either show them as deck of the day on Quarantine Stream, but they're going to be coming to an end soon. We've potentially got 2 more weeks. I think March the 8th is the date that we said, you know, we should be coming out of quarantine lockdown in the UK. So there'll be 10 more deck of the days to do. But, you know, in future, if anybody wants to see a particular deck, then I was going to etch that in purple and never did either. Then just drop me a message and I can always get it out in advance of being live and we can take a look. Oliver really likes this deck. Oh, wow. Well, if I buy the borderless, Oliver can have this version. Unless Oliver wants to get the borderless, of course. I dare you not to smile when you see this deck. Yeah, how long ago did Simon go live? 21 minutes ago, Martin. Hello to everyone coming in. There are delays on the notifications. I noticed when I was in Deanne's yesterday, it was about 6 or 7 minutes in when the notification went live. I can imagine it would. Wow. No, now that was unfortunately phrased. What's that? Mum beat you to it, Dar. What? What she beat me to? I can't find what was said or what I've been beaten to, but have you ever shown the Sacred Rose Tarot? Yes, I've got a walkthrough of the Sacred Rose Tarot, Roz, if you wanna check it out. So yeah, okay. Channel shout out time then. A couple of channels that I've been enjoying recently that have only and I haven't done a Cuppa catch up for quite a while because there's been interviews. Last week was a community, have a Cuppa with me. The week before was a catch up. The week before that, there was it's been about a month since I've done a proper Cuppa catch up and cards. So these are channels that I've been watching over the last couple of months that I've really enjoyed. So, and I think Jen's going to help me out with links, but the first one that I wanted to mention is the lovely Deanne from Blue Crescent Tarot. So Deanne has been a member of this community for a long time and is totally one of the loveliest people you're ever likely to meet. She does a live on a Friday. It's in the afternoon in the UK and quite early in the States, but they're always a joy to drop in on Deanne's channel. And she has some amazing decks to show as well. Some lovely, amazing decks. And yesterday was cuteness overload because her son Max got up and came down and said hello to us all. And yes, Sandra, Deanne is lovely. So hi Elaine, good to see you. And thank you, Jen. Jen's put a link into Deanne's channel. So do show some love and give her a sub. You won't regret it. She's lovely. Deanne is a blast and beautiful, Max. Yeah. Love me some Blue Crescent Tarot, says Tammy Pie. And then the second channel that I wanted to mention, I only found, I've been subscribed for a few weeks, but I've only kind of seen a few videos over the last couple of weeks, but it's Inquisitive Tarot Sheila. And yeah, Sheila's doing a dummy run first ever live this weekend. And she's going to be doing some live card readings and things like that. But her channel is about, you know, chat and friendship and love of tarot and everything like that as well. And I think she's going to be doing a collaboration on Thursday. So do check out as well, Inquisitive Tarot Sheila. And I just wanted to say, you know, because I've always been about with the interviews, with shout outs. If you know of any really lovely channels that I might not be aware of, let me know. I'm happy to do shout outs each time I do a Cuppa catch-up and cards. So, woo, Sheila, says Jackie. So yeah, 2 really lovely. And thank you again, Jen, for putting the link in. Oh, Elle's here. Wakey, wakey. Morning, sunshine. How you doing? Did your brother get you out the pit? Hey, smelly Ellie. Now. Sibling love, hey? Hi, Anne. Good to see you as well. Just subbed, said Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. If you've ever seen Criminal Minds, you're like Penelope. Perhaps Jen got advanced advanced notice. Like, these are the channels I'm going to be shouting out. Can you help with the links? And Elle was fast asleep in the land of Nod. So either Elle or Jen are really good with links. So they're on it. I am already subbed to both, which is great. So I love Criminal Minds. Not quite sure why we're on about Criminal Minds. Oh, because of Chris's comment. Don't give away my secrets. You wanted people to think you was really fast. Well, you are fast. You were still there on point as soon as I mentioned it. It's just that you've got the function of cut and paste ready to go. So, how are we all doing? Are we all having a good weekend? I promised a deck that I was going to speak about today. Oh, Simon, I also really love Lisa Papa's channel. She does a lot of fun tarot decks discussion. Yeah, that's quite an established channel. So the idea of channel shout outs is to give people a chance who are kind of just starting out or quite small in number. So I mean, anybody can give anybody a shout out, but I just think it's nice sometimes if larger channels within the community do that for others, to give shout outs and, highlight them so that people can be aware. Hello, lovely Elle. Yeah, so I mentioned the other day the Making Magic Oracle, and I said we'd take a look at it together during Cuppa Catch Up and Cards. So this is the card section. Now, Rockpool used to do, well, I think they still do. I was going to say used to do. I've got quite a few of these little mini decks. So one of my favorites is Divine Doors, and what they are in these little, you don't get any books or anything with them. You get these cards, and like for Divine Doors, there's a doorway, and then on the back there's a little like an affirmation or something like that. I've got Buddha Wisdom Divine Masculine, and I've got Buddha Wisdom Divine Feminine. Whispering Woods is beautiful. The only problem with Whispering Woods is the image is the same on every card, but the message, like kindness, is different for each card. And then I've got one that's Fortune Cookies. I've also got a sleep one, but it's next to the bed. And the idea is you pull one before you go to sleep or when you first wake up in the morning. Well, I do it before I go to sleep, and then that's what's on my mind. I've been having some weird dreams recently. I don't remember my dreams very often, but the last 2 nights, wow, the dreams I've had been quite disturbing as well. I have the mini Making Magic and Whispering Woods. Hello, Juliet. Nice to see you. So, Making Magic originally, and it's by Priestess Moon, Manifesting Your Dreams, was in this little set like the ones I've mentioned, and it's got the rose petal finish box, which is gorgeous. The cards though aren't rose petal, it's just the box, and the boxes are lovely. They've got these little magnetic closures. this was the design on the back. And then on the card, you get, this one is the Trinker 5, manifesting money and income. But they're full of talismans, amulets, ancient symbols, glyphs, sigils, all that kind of stuff. And the idea is, oh, there's the Triskel or the triple spiral. The idea is you use them as part of your magical practice. If you have a magical practice, you can use them as an oracle if you want, and they've been rebranded as an oracle. But they're really handy just to kind of focus on, because the sigil or the amulet or the symbol or whatever it is on there is a great sort of focal point if you're trying to manifest, and it is called manifesting your dream. So if you want to bring or attract a promotion at work, then however you whatever your magical practice is, whether that's through manifestation, whether that's cosmic ordering, whether that's spell work, for some it might be prayer, invocations, whatever it is, you can use these sigils, these symbols to focus on. So I really like them. And it was our Dory who did a walkthrough of this the other day. I say the other day, it was about a week ago. And I had to order it. And these were really inexpensive. I think I paid £14 for them. Still not as inexpensive as my cheapest tarot deck to date, which was Lightseers, which I got for 11 quid, brand new from Hay House. But this is really, really nice. I love the metallic kind of glow that's giving. I think I've just seen my name highlighted. Simon, any news on Season of the Witch Oracles, Samhain for the Sabbath? No. I mean, we got one, didn't we? And I was thinking, well, if we've got one, was it for Samhain? I think it was. I was hoping there'd be one for Yule. But yeah, the intention was that there would be one for each Sabbath, but I hope it's not going to be like one deck a year, because that would take 8 years to complete, but who knows. Too long to go into in my dreams, but really, really, I'll tell you one. And what I do is I wake up and I put my memo voice recorder on, because I tend to forget my dreams. And in the past, I woke up thinking, oh, I had a really weird dream. What was it? And then it's gone. So I listened back to the recording. But one was, and then I will show this deck. One of them was, there was these devices fitted. It's going to sound really macabre as well. These devices fitted into our homes in every room at shoulder height, and it was fitted with an automatic machine gun. Okay. And they were also out in the streets, and there'd be an alarm sounding. And when this alarm sounded, you had to get down onto the floor, crouch down below the level of the gun, because the guns would start firing. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Because you'd have holes in your walls and everything. That didn't factor into the dream. And these guns would fire, and the Queen's voice would come on, and she'd say, "This is your monarch speaking." And the reason why these guns were going off was to show obedience, and to show that we would be kind of subservient to a monarchy, which was, so every time this siren went and I heard the Queen's voice, you knew you'd got something like 20 seconds before this gun was going to go off. So you had to get down. And I think it's because my mum's been ill as well. In this one particular scene in my dream, my mum was refusing to she was sitting in a chair and she's like, "No, I'm just sitting up. I've had enough of this." And I was on the floor and I was pleading with her on her arm, saying, Mum, you've got to sit down. You've got to get down because the guns are going to go off. Oh, weird. But yeah, and this isn't me. I hardly ever remember dreams. And maybe it's because I voice recorded it, but even when I woke up in the morning, this was recorded at 3:55 a.m, so 5 to 4. I didn't need to tell you that. You all know what 355 is. Because I'd probably recorded it, I could remember it with absolute clarity. And the fear when this alarm went, and the dream seemed to go on for ages, and these alarms were going off. And I can remember being on a bus in this one particular part of the dream and watching everybody dropping down to their knees in the streets because this alarm was going off and the Queen's voice was coming out. Talking to the Queen, it's not looking good for Duke of Edinburgh. Prince Charles has been called today to go and see him in hospital. Well, you can't have visitors in hospital, so I don't think it's looking too good for the Queen's husband, the 99-year-old Duke of Edinburgh. We'll just have to see. But he only went in for routine on Tuesday and he's still in. So probably down to that blooming fire alarm. Could be Elaine. Or was that the same? No, the fire alarm was last night and the dream was the night before. So Sandra's been having weird dreams too. Let me catch up. I had a dream about you last night, says Richard. Steady. I dreamt that you had turned your back on Pamela Coleman-Smith and had gone all tough. No, you're winding me up. And you'd gone all tough. You were burning your RWS on a big fire. Are you being serious? Or are you winding me up? You have not dreamt that. I know Gutter Simon was burning rather than sharing his blushing fool fire. Oh, I do remember somebody in the community once setting fire to all their decks because they found Jesus and was tearing up the decks and pulling the books apart and then setting fire to them. I'm like, dude, if you want to go and find another path, just go and find another path. Don't make a clickbait video just to show that you can be an arsehole. But anyway, I was like, that deck I want, don't burn it, I'll have it. Lots of oh my gods, that must be the dream bit. As I said, it's all down to that blooming fire alarm. It was the day before though. I did have a weird dream last night as well, but it sounds like when Alexa goes bad. You know what conspiracy theorists would say about that, Simon? Yeah, what, the sort of subservience to, and showing obedience. Yeah, because if you weren't obedient and you didn't get down on your knees below the level of this gun, game over. Oh, the wind's starting again. I'm back Purgatorium on Kickstarter. Simon made me do it. Not really, just kidding. Did anyone else? I've got 2 copies of it, but I'm just glad it's been funded already, with it not getting funded the first time round. And Jens really deserves it because he's worked really hard on that deck, as do all deck creators. But oh my, Simon, yikes, no thanks, Your Majesty, not playing that game. But if you don't play that game, Ness, it's game over. Definitely a Meghan Markle dream. Has your mum been vaccinated for COVID? Yeah, she was one of the first. She was vaccinated in January, beginning of January. So, when I am stressed, I tend to have apocalyptic dreams, usually crazy natural disasters. I'm a little jealous. I never remember my dreams. Neither do I normally, Nancy. Simon, do you have a protection and clearing plan in place if there is a fire? If there is a fire in here, then I'm just going to try and deal with it myself. I have had a fire in here, my altar. I had a cloth draped over my altar, and there was a candle which was quite a way away, but as I went past, it moved the cloth and it went up, and it has burnt a bit of my sideboard where the altar's on. But I deal with it, I've just got water and threw it over. But if there's a fire in this building, we just have to stay put because these walls are concrete and steel and you can't even hammer a nail into them. So it's safer. Even if the shopping mall below me is on fire, we have to stay. They don't even notify us. They evacuate the shopping centre, they leave us put. But now they have said that they will at least give us a intercom notice to stay put. That's a nightmare. I promise, says Richard. Jesus. Fire to their decks. Everybody's worried about my decks, you know. Last night was in Becca's chat and I got these alarms going off and everybody was like, Simon, you need to protect your decks. Simon, have you got your decks insured? I'm like, excuse me, you know, I'm the one that's in bloody Tar Inferno here and everybody's worried about these decks. Elle was there. That's my inheritance that's going up in flames. I remember when you had a fire moment with the silk cloth, when you were showing us around the room. Yeah, that was it. Dar said arsehole. I get it from him. Yeah, arsehole, I say, rather than asshole. Asshole is more the American way. Sandra backed Purgatorium 2. Hello, June. How are you, lovely? Nice to see you again. Hope the weather's picked up a bit where you are. You can get out in your garden. I lucid dream every night. I never get a bloody break. Wow, Al. Hope you record them. Mind you, that night I had an armful of AstraZeneca and then very high temperature. Wow, you was affected by it then. Do you have a fire extinguisher in your apartment? No, just a tap. Poor Simon, you are more important than your decks. Thank you, Karen. Hi, Tamoya. Okay, so let's have a look at the Making Magic Oracle by Priestess Moon. It is by Rockpool, exactly the same as it is in the little mini version. And on the back it says, enter the charmed world of magical symbols. Symbols have been used as talismans for thousands of years to attract good luck, prosperity, healing, love, and success, as well as being employed as amulets to repel unwanted influences. Featuring a dynamic combination of medieval charms, ancient symbols, alchemical glyphs, and Priestess Moon's own channeled sigils, each card depicts a powerful cipher that can be designed to tilt the future in your favor. So it's 36 cards. So it's not a lot of cards, and it's got a booklet. And the booklet is really good because for me, that's what these are lacking, really. It's okay if you've got a card like 78 Doors, you know, you've got the image and then the kind of meaning on the back. There's not a lot to tell you about the history. And what the book in this deck does, it gives you a history of the symbol. You can get heat-proof boxes that you could put some decks in to minimize damage if the worst was to happen. Evacuation box. I have got my evacuation box. Yeah. And I said last night, you know, if the place was on fire, I'd take 3 decks. My favourite RWS, my favourite Marseille, and my current favourite deck. So, but let's not focus on fires because, you know, we can manifest things. And I've got quite a few candles burning. So no fires. Let's not put that into our minds. Hi, Jonathan. So it opens like, this box opens like a book, which is really nice. It's got gold on the inside. The whole theme is black and gold. This has a lovely, it's not rose petal like the other book, but it's very soft. It's a lovely soft cover. And then the book is a nice size book. So in here, it says, I'm just trying to see what date it was printed with. It's 2020, but I hadn't seen it until very recently. It's got an introduction, and it goes through what are medieval talismans and amulets, ancient symbols like the triple spiral, labyrinth, fairy magic, the elemental symbols. Then it's got the alchemical glyphs, and then the channeled sigils, because Priestess Moon is a witch. and she's channeled some sigils, and we can all make sigils, can't we? So then it goes through each section. So it says here, lot medieval talisman and amulets, and it will give you the card. These are round cards, by the way, and then it will give you the history of the symbol, which is what I particularly like. Then it will give you the divination, and then how to use that sigil symbol for manifesting your dreams. So the manifestation work. So if we look at something like, let's see if I can find something like the labyrinth or something like that. Here's the labyrinth. So we've got the labyrinth. So for the symbolic history, it says the earliest known labyrinths were carved into stone and found in Spain, Greece, and Italy. They have been dated back to 2000 BC. Later on, they became a popular symbol in medieval Britain and Scandinavia, appearing in 12th century religious manuscripts. Labyrinths were carved into the stonework of early Christian churches and laid out in tiles or marble on floors for people to walk. The labyrinth symbol in this context represents going on a pilgrim to the Holy Land of Jerusalem. It symbolizes our journey through life to find our soul, our spirit, our essence, essentially our journey to become whole again. The labyrinth reflects the twists and turns of this sacred path that life can take us on. Labyrinths have been used as tools for prayer and meditation for many centuries and by many different religions. So I really like the fact that we get a bit of history for the symbols and sigils. And isn't it interesting? Did we not have the conversation the other day in one of the Quarren streams about how Christianity had taken a lot of the pagan traditions and symbols and made them their own? And you know, this symbol predates Christianity by 2,000 years before Common Era. I don't like using BC. I prefer BCE. Are they the same cards as the deck? Pretty much, although you get more information on them. I'm cutting back on buying Oracle decks, but I might have to pick this one up. I'm the same, Sandra. As many people know about Oracle decks, they have to be really different and unique for me to buy Oracle decks now. But I don't see this, even though it says Oracle deck on it. This isn't going to be used for me for divination purposes. You can, and there are sections in the book for using them for divination. But for me, it's about manifestation and also having the history about each of the sigils. So yeah, so that's the little book that you get, and it's quite a nice little book. And then we have, so this is the inside of the box where they sit, and even though it's a square inlay, these cards are round. They have different backs to the little one. I'll show you a comparison in a second. They didn't come edged. I have edged them. I did that this morning. I opened it up and edged it because they needed to be edged. The front and backs are black and gold. Some people might want to edge them in gold, and I think that would look quite nice too. Take the little band off. And let's see if I can find one that we'll look at the triple spiral first, but I want them to be in order, so because they are numbered as well. So just so I can show you a comparison, we'll look at the triple spiral because I saw that one on top, so I wanted to find it. So there's the triple spiral on the mini little pocket deck that says, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. So it's pretty much the same, but these are bigger and will sit nicely on a stand. The backs here has the Tree of Life on the Oracle deck, whereas it's kind of like a compass design on the Mini. So that's the difference with the backs. What deck is this? I missed it. So this is Making Magic Oracle, which is the full-size version of the little Rockpool deck, Making Magic, Manifesting Your Dreams, both by Rockpool Publishing. Priestess Moon is the creator. So let's pop that back and we'll go through each one. Love those backs. Pop the book in here. Okay, so we'll start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to begin. Every day is a sacred day, folks. Absolutely. To give you, it's hard to give you a size comparison when we're looking at a round deck, but kind of gives you the idea. In terms of height, it's smaller than a standard tarot US game size. Obviously, it's wider because it's a circular deck. Ness has the mini version, but this seems to have a completely different energy. Yeah. Is it the same amount of cards? Oh, well, there's 36 in the Oracle. I never thought to look at that. No, this one has 40. So there's 4 extra ones in the mini. That's interesting. School day, I say things that are profound. It's got many little pearls of wisdom. Okay, so the first one, number 1, is wishes coming true. And the first section, I should have really got the book out really, is the amulets and talismans. Yeah, so medieval amulets and talismans, which take us to 10, card 10, because 11 starts ancient symbols. So this is the talismans and amulets. And it says rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. So as I mentioned, how I'm going to work with these is to, have this out on my sacred space, but also a focal point for manifestation. Some people call it cosmic ordering, other people call it, well, I mentioned earlier all the different ways you can describe it. Then we have the Tree of Life, which is the same symbol as what's on the back, Tree of Life. And that is true wisdom and making good choices in life. So on this side, we get the little crescent moon. And on the other side, still all this time struggling to get used to the opposite direction. Number 2, so you get the number as well. 3 is happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. I wonder, does the book break down the symbols that you can understand each symbol? Yeah, was you not here, Ms. Weeks, when we looked at the book? So it gives you the history of the symbol, then the divinatory way to work with the symbol, and then how to manifest your dreams with the symbol. Prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and successes. Healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Six is self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth. That's something I suppose we could all kind of use and work with. Joe's in boots. Jen says, well, now I have this up on my Amazon page. One more click and it's in the cart. Do it, Jen. Let's see if you should do it. Oh, you got the goddess. You've got goddess energy behind you. Get clicking. 7 is breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, and excellent mental health. And aren't they interesting? These are talismans. We're all going to be buying this now. 8 is a successful career. So happy working environment. That's what you're trying to manifest. A pay rise and a promotion. It's interesting. I have a physical reaction to the symbols, like in my tummy. Wow. And then we have the love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Get scribbling down that that sigil, folks. Protection. I think this is quite beautiful, actually. Strong protective magic for the family and for the home. I'll focus on this so I don't have a fire and have to grab certain decks. It's beautiful, isn't it? I love it. Really love it. And they kind of glow as well if you catch them in the light. Really beautiful. I think I should order this. I think that's quite a sign. Oh, Dory's here. Dory, I got the deck that you showed and I've just given you credit for showing it and making me buy it. Well, you didn't make me buy it, but I'd already got the original little Making Magic deck. I think I even told you on your video that I was going to buy it. The triple spiral is, so now we've moved away from the talismans and amulets and we're into ancient symbols. How many of these do we have? Let's have a look. Ancient symbols. Oh, there's only 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Is that right? 4. We have 4. Okay. And then we go into the alchemical glyphs. So we have the triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. We have the labyrinth, which I've already read out, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. Fairy magic, respectfully working with the fairies to achieve your goals. Such a, that's the symbol that's on the back of Tarot the She, isn't it? And Sandra, I know you've read the book, The Call, as well. That's the symbol that's on the cover of the book. Very much associated with the Fae. And then we have the elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water create powerful protection. And then what's interesting, you get this card for the elements, but then under the next section, you get each of the elemental symbols. So that's your card that completes that section, which was the ancient symbols. Now we come on to the elemental glyphs. Oh, the she symbol. Yeah. So we have earth. Ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, and for strength. And we all know what no, I shouldn't assume, but, a lot of us are pretty familiar with the elemental symbols. that, when put together with spirit as the circle, forms the pentacle. Air. Work with the element of air to see the truth. Just going to add this as well to my list. And then we have fire, which is the element of fire heralds new life and positive transformation. Jen, new life and positive transformation. Hi, Angie. Water, work with the element of water for healing and purification. I think you probably hit enter too quickly, Ellie. I always get my elemental symbols mixed up, the ones with and without lines. You know, I was talking last night about how I have to visualize everything to remember. I mean, I've got them tattooed on my arm, but the way I visualize it is the very bottom, which is the earth. So imagine your elements stacked on top of each other. The lowest one is going to be earth. So that's with the line, you know, earth, flat, terra firma. Above that would be water. Water can come on top of the earth, but earth's not on top of water. And that's in the shape of like a cup, a vessel, you know. Then on top of that, so you've got your earth, your water, is fire. And fire is like a flame. So fire goes up, points up. And then air is the highest element, isn't it? It's the sky, space above us. And that's the top, the roof, if you like. So that's the flat line. That's how I visualize it. It just helps me to see it stacked like that, with the lines at the bottom and the line at the top. Yes, they are. But we've just noticed, Ellie, that there's 4 extra cards in the small one. Oh, balls. I'm actually liking this, right? I am. And I don't know about you guys who's ordering it, but for me, it is for, you know, intention and manifestation rather than a divination. But that doesn't mean I won't ever use it for that. And then we have spirit. So that encompasses it all, which makes that pentacle, which you can see here, is spirit. And that's the tarot, isn't it? Spirit is the major arcana, major life lessons. And then each of the suits are broken down into fire, water, air, and earth. Wands, cups, swords, pentacles. So spirit says heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. 4, Jonathan, because there's 40, and then in this there's 36. Okay, and then we have sun. So we have the sun. And the sun is the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. You know, that's right, isn't it? When we think about the sun in the tarot, it's about your time to shine. It's about, you know, taking your rightful place, being acknowledged, basking in the sun. I'm trying to figure out how putting the 4 symbols together makes a pentagram. It's frying my brain a bit. It does, though. You can actually watch a YouTube clip where it kind of shows you. Or if you stare at a pentacle And then what you can do is within that pentacle, you can work out the elemental symbols for each one. For some reason, I heard 32. Oh, did I say 32? No, 36 cards and book. So then we have star. Look at that for star symbol. And this is the silver energy of a star brings good luck and serendipity. Oh, you're not feeling well, Billy. Well, I hope you feel better soon. The Philosopher's Stone. Are we still on? Now we've got past some star. Yes, this is the last one before we move into the suit of the sigils. So the Philosopher's Stone, which appears in lots of tarot decks. So the Philosopher's Stone is powerful, especially Robert and Place decks. Powerful manifestation of wishes and goals. Okay, so now we move into sigils. Now these are being channeled by Priestess Moon, and she has put in here because there is still kind of history to them, even though these are her interpretations of them. I'll put the book away now. So this is the remainder. So from 23 to 36, it'll be 13, won't they? 14 if you count in 23. So abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. And I love creating sigils. Even that white candle there has got a sigil written on the back of it, and the ones up there have sigils on them as well. I use plaster pens to write on the actual glass. We have the goddess, healing feminine energy. That was the goddess telling Jen to hit the buy button. Did you, by the way, Jen? Safe and happy travels, protection from harm when journeying. Every time I hear abracadabra, I think of Bugs Bunny. Creating sigils is great. Yeah, I like making sigils. The Trinker 5, manifesting money and income. Using the pentacle there with 555 in the middle. That's like the dialing code in any American film, isn't it? Every time there's an American film and they have to repeat their phone number, it's always 555. Doesn't exist. Yeah, Jonathan, yeah, you're right. I'd have to go through each one, match them up and see which one's missing. But the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic event. Little luxuries, we could all do with some of them right now. Generates luxurious surroundings and experiences. And then one enchanted evening is the perfect night. Have we all had our one enchanted evening? I remember mine. Achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. Oh, that's a good one to focus on, isn't it? To manifest. What are you waiting for, Mum? Push that button. Has she not done it? It's in the cart. No good being in the cart. Steady Dar. Oh yeah, but Jen, this is change. Small change. Isn't the song Jenny 8675309 responsible for that 555 thing in films? Oh, is that right? I don't know the history behind it, but enablers. Then we have on target. You are following your ideal life plan. Look at that for Sigil. Love it. Really digging this deck. Time to Shine creates an energetic resonance for golden opportunities. I suppose that's similar to the Sun card, really, but and then we have Perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Insight opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. I love that. Look at that eye in the middle, in all directions. Felix what? Felix Felicitious. Felicious. How do you say that? Felix Felicitus. Felix Felicitus. Felicitus. What's Felicitus? A power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. Perhaps it's the name of her cat. I need to look it up. You're right there, Dar. No, I'm not. I've never heard of the word felicitous. The Felix Felicitas symbol takes its inspiration from J.K. Rowling. I might have known. Well, that one's not going in the pack. That's why I've never heard of it. Oh, now Sandra says it's from Harry Potter. Yeah, well, it can stay in Harry Potter. And then the last one is Dragonfly. You bring light to this world. That's beautiful. Why did they have to put Harry Potter in it? So this is going to make a lovely 35 card deck for me. Chuck it in the bin. That card, yeah. Why couldn't they have had it as the last one? It was the second to last one. They'd made it card 36. I wouldn't be bothered binning it because then I'd have them numbered 1 to 35. But they made it number 35. Yeah, I'd take that right out, says Kristen. It can stay in Harry Potter. It can. So yeah, anyway, I'm really, apart from the Harry Potter card, Felix Felicitas, I love it. And I'm really glad I've edged it in black as well, because I really do feel that it's finished the deck off really nicely. And I've got a little stand, so I'm going to start working with these sigils and put them on my stand. So yeah. So how many people ended up buying it? I kept seeing people saying that they were tempted to. Everything has changed now. Not everything, but I won't use it. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll find out what it's for. A power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. I feel that there's some symbols in this deck anyway around luck and serendipity. So not quite sure. It won't be too tragic if it doesn't make it. That made me chuckle. I've never heard Simon tell a card to go fuck itself. But I think that was pretty close to it. Exactly, Kristen. I used to be Harry Potter obsessed until JK's transphobia came out. Yeah, absolutely. And I really, and quite rightly, I think it really kind of damaged her as well. But you know, she's one of the richest people in the world, so I don't think she's too bothered. So they have a deck full of real magic sigils, and then they decided to throw in something from Harry Potter. Unless Harry Potter, the Felix Felicitas, has origin as well, and they just used it in the film. I don't think it is, though. I'm trying to kind of get it right in my head. We'll definitely get it, but not today. I only picked up a few decks. So was that the Philosopher's Stone card, Harry Potter 2? No. Harry Potter's Philosopher's Stone is taken from, you know, the Philosopher's Stone to do with alchemy. I will get it after this, says Kim. Have a gift card I can use on Amazon. Oh, wow, that's handy. I have the originals, so won't get the bigger ones, but I like them better. I do. Hello, Claude from Luxembourg. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I believe they used it in the film. All right. So anyway, that's Making Magic Oracle by Priestess Moon. Oh, and I forgot to. I'm terrible. I forgot to add the now showing Making Magic Oracle by Priestess Moon. I don't know why I put these banners in. I never remember to click on them. What time are we on? We've got a good 10 minutes before I'll pull a tarot card for the week ahead. So I don't know if anybody wants to discuss anything or ask anything, but now's your opportunity. I never got Harry Potter anyway. No, I've tried so many times because everybody was going on about how amazing it was. And I know everybody says get past the first two films. Some people have even suggested just starting from the third, but I can't do that because they do reference earlier films. And with anything, something has to hook me. And once I'm hooked, I'm hooked. But I just find that I stare off into space on it, a bit like Lord of the Rings. So yeah, it's never really done it for me. I watched a really good film today, just as a bit of a let you know. If anybody's got Amazon Prime, it's just landed and it's called I Care a Lot. I Care a Lot. And it's, what is her name? She was in Gone Girl. Her name escapes me now. Anyway. But it's quite shocking because it's based on fact. In America, you're protected by law. If you, find that you're incapacitated in some way, the court can make you a ward of court and appoint a guardian over you. And that guardian can take complete control of your life, sell off all your assets, put you in a home, sell your house, your belongings, your jewelry, and they can stop you from seeing your family. So they end up with complete control. All they have to say is the family member doesn't have this person's best interest, and a judge will usually give sole control to the guardian. And it's really interesting film. It's a really interesting film. So do check that out if you want. I know, trying to remove the creation from the creator now, like people do with Toth and other problematic creators. Hard though. Yeah, it is. It's a real tough one because every time you pay per view or you buy the book, you are obviously funding that creator somehow. I think it's different really for Thoth because I know people say, well, Aleister Crowley and his energy, that's more about the energy of the deck. You're not, Aleister Crowley's long gone. Same with Arthur Edward Waite. But it is tough when there's somebody out there who is actively spouting the rhetoric that J.K. Rowling is spouting. And, when that person has a voice and has a platform, why it can't be used for, positivity rather than what she's doing. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Nothing wrong with having your own tasters. It's true. I'm good to know I'm not alone. Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, I can't watch more than 30 minutes of either movie. I've tried 2 times to watch Harry Potter film, didn't make it. Oh, there's quite a band of us. I had to read the books before watching the films. I get more out of my imagination. Amazon Prime, The Goldfinch. Oh, I've not seen that. I'll have to check it out. Merlin was a great series. Greenland was brilliant on Prime. I watched that last weekend, Greenland. That's the one where there's a comet coming to the Earth, isn't it? Although I did find my mind kind of wandering halfway through. I thought there was a lot on screaming and shouting and pushing and shoving for a big chunk of the film. Whereas something like Deep Impact with Morgan Freeman and Tia Leone, I just thought that was excellent. Like what is happening with Britney Spears? Oh, is that with her dad? I saw something on the news where she got like an injunction out against her father from controlling her assets because she signed everything control over to him when she was in quite a fragile place. Yeah, and now she's trying to get back that power, isn't she? That's all I've picked up on the news and things. I have a Harry Potter marathon and Lord of the Rings marathon. Oh my goodness. Oh lordy, was that called again, Simon? I missed the title. It was called I Care a Lot. And she does care a lot, as in she's got a lot of people that's in her care. And it's frightening to think that this is actually happening. Say the name again, Simon. Yeah, I Care a Lot. Oh, it's available in Canada. I'll definitely be watching it. Pull a good card, please. I have my meeting on Monday to find out if I have my hours cut or if I'm being made redundant. Let's hope then. Let's hope it's a good card that we pulled today. What was the Prime movie, Simon? I think, yeah, you've all heard that now. I'm just catching up. Jen says, that's exactly what I was just saying. Sandra, I don't want to contribute to earning any more money, but I'll enjoy what I have. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's when you continue to support knowing the damage that people are doing, then that's different too if you've already got something. But then I also get why people don't want that anymore. I get that too, but that's down to individual choice, isn't it, and whether you want to keep those things or not. And just to be clear, I don't dislike the Toth because of its association with Aleister Crowley. It's more I just don't feel it. The artwork leaves me feeling quite cold. I just don't feel it. It's not anything I particularly jive with, and the system and keywords I'm kind of indifferent about. But I don't know enough about Aleister Crowley. What I've heard has not been very pleasant, particularly in the way that he was so misogynistic. But other than that, I don't know enough about him to say, and I don't. It's not that I have that deck and I think, oh, I feel his energy. I don't. I just don't jive with the deck. Do watch or read The Goldfinch, Simon. Wonderful story. I will. So that's on Prime as well, is it? Goldfinch. I'll have a look. Hello, Cavers. Hello, Sean. Nice to see you. The Britney documentary is on Sky. It's worth seeing. I don't have Sky. I've got Sky One, but I don't have Sky as in the satellite service. I have Virgin, TiVo. God, I love him. Who do you love, Justin? Who are you talking about? You're on about somebody in Merlin, because I know you liked Merlin. Did the Lord of the Rings marathon for my grandson when he was little. I tried once. When I was a Mormon, we had the Mormon missionaries round, and we ended up watching Lord of the Rings. I fell asleep about 40 minutes in. Let's see if I can catch up. Now TV has the Britney doc as well. I don't have Now TV. It's called Framing Britney Spears, I think. Yeah, no, I don't have Now either. Sexy Beast. Why, thank you. I'm kidding. Oh, this coffee's gone stone cold. I'm watching the first Harry Potter movie with my niece after finishing reading the book to her. I still love it, but don't buy anything new from her now. No. No. All right, shall we pull a card? I will have to put in my card of the day. My card of the day. I'm hoping I wasn't going to get into any petty squabbles, and I didn't. So I'll have to put it in so I can shuffle it in, and we'll see what we get. Right, some message for us for the next week ahead. Did it start early today? No, it's Cuppa Catch Up and Cards today. Saturdays is 4 p.m. The reason Quarren Stream is at 5:30 is because it's after work for me, so I'm not home before then. But Cuppa Catch Up and Cards has been at 4 p.m. for the last 3.5 years. Quarren Stream is quite a recent thing, but that's not a jumper. That was me being. How do you know when you do that? Do you always class them as jumpers, or do you get that feel that was a jumper rather than your own clumsiness? I do. I think, yeah, that was a jumper. Or, nah, that was just me. And other people kind of attribute to what's a jumper or not. Oh, I sent them spinning everywhere here. I'm going to go with this one. What have we got? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. So, you know that job, that task that you've been putting off doing for some time? This week is the week to get it done. This is the week to focus and bite the head off the frog. You know that saying? Bite the head off the frog, get the unpleasantness out of the way first, and enjoy the rest of the meal. There is something I feel that needs to be done, but you've been kind of procrastinating doing it. It's really different when you see somebody else's interpretations of cards that you know and love. It's going to take determination. It's going to take dedication. But if you focus and you put all your energy towards it, the rewards will be great and beneficial. I love the art of this deck. Yeah, it's fab, isn't it? Dory. So yeah, I guess stop being cautious, stop being cautious, and then just know when to go and knuckle down, focus on it. And the time is now, folks. That job, that task that you've been putting off doing, the time is now. Don't procrastinate any longer. Be determined and focus, and it will pan out for you. Oh wait, I see. Wrong suit. What did I call it? Knight of Pentacles. Did I call it Knight of Wands or something? Okay. Right. I'm going to, sorry, I got distracted there because a message just popped up. I'm going to head off. Thank you for being here today. It's been lovely to see you all for Cuppa Catch Up in Cards. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Shane was confused by Chris. All right. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Love to all. Look after yourselves. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.